Good morning, folks. It's 7:39 a.m. in Liverpool, England, on the 6th month, 19th day, uh, 2025. I'm just checking my levels. Make sure you can hear everything. Right. Would you look at the contamination of chemstralia here? This nation here has been absolutely smashed with nanometallics. These things are extremely flammable, easy to ignite. You can ignite them with microwaves or lasers or with the flame itself. Even a lightning bolt can ignite this stuff. See that gray look to that? That's a plasma haze in between two decks of clouds. That's how much stuff they got being beamed out here today. Like this geometric formation here between a catamite and a you might want to believe in chemtrails. Look at this V shape here with a pulse. It almost looks like the Wi-Fi symbol, like it's down here in the corner of my screen. And a double shot like that. That's not natural. These are absolute proof of geoengineering going on. It's proof of man-made weather. It's absolute crime scene over Chemstralia today. And so sit back. I think we're going to have a fairly long show. I'm going to give you a forecast and the first heads up for a major event for New Zealand starting in about oh, 14 days. Wow, boy, look at the contamination of yes. Have they sprayed your ass? Yes. Yes, they sprayed your ass. Yes. Yes, laws. MON. That spells spray like motherfucking bugs. Motherfucking bugs, been sprayed like bugs. From out to sea, over here to the leave no longer green, they sprayed like bugs. Are you going to be going down to Sydney over here? Hey, for the 21st and use your voices while you still got them to protest against this policy of geoengineering and the funding of the Paris Agreement that Australia seems so willing to do while there's a housing crisis there, to give more taxes up to another funding of a corporate venture. What do you see here? You know what I see here? I see EMF. I see EMF. I see a V. I see a pulse. See from here, then that. Measure between some of these gaps, and you'll see the frequency itself, what it is. Yeah, it's sine waves. This one's pulses. Boom. Then another boom. And it just keeps pushing it until I'll get sad from the geos. It don't know those Wi-Fi symbol skies. Wi-Fi super fried skies, man. Super fries. You want fries with that, Sky? No. No. Would you like extra Sky seasonings? Some contaminated stuff? Look at the scalar square here. Look at this. Straight off. Straight off, I see geoengineering. Straight off, I see contamination. Right here. See that square on that edge? That's scalar energy. And that creates a heated outflow boundary. So things coming in here from the sea have to go this way. And if this is all EMF'd up, like seeing here, then there's nowhere for that flow to go but there. And so I'll show you some of this in motion, and I'll show you whatever comes to mind. And I also have a post here. You still have time to get on it, whether I do show everything or not on my wall. And if you don't have the ability to comment, it means you're just not on my friends list. I have to limit that interaction because we all like to play nice. And so we have some pictures here already that have come, like this one from Leanne Keys here. Oh my, this is horrendous. Look at this. Watch. See, now I got this. I can do things a little different for you. And we can go in here and have a lot that disguise this lady was subjected to. Like these, how many directions of the wind was flowing here for the people that don't believe in geoengineering? Doesn't that look like the steps move? Going into the distance. This is a flow boundary of geoengineering. You got a big chem shit stripe there. Look at this crap here. Look how the chemical here is refracting light differently. Differently. than the cloud around it. And it's telling me it has different properties to it to absorb different wavelengths of light. And the ice crystals that's nucleated, if they tell you that's ice crystals, that's 100% correct. But what's that ice made of? Is it something you're going to want to put in your drink, or is it the Kool-Aid? Only you could decide. So that's a fantastic shot of so many different methods even going on. That ain't no mare's tail. Oh, no, 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 we do not want to do that. Yes, I have just turned off the screen by accident, and I did not intend to. Here we go. So thank you very much, and I'll go through some of that as well. So, New Zealand, I'm going to go to you first, because you got some problems coming. See this over here for the 3rd of the month? As you're coming here toward, I say in about 8 days, you're going to get a smack. And this one here, this next smack starts here at about the 22nd or so, 23rd. So you got some big problems coming on that second batch. So without further ado, I'll show you, just let this run a bit, and then I'll talk over the top of what they're showing here. I'll turn some of the particle animation off for some of you people on the phones. See that big line of shit coming through the North Island today? You're probably about the only action of weather I have today as far as big storms go. And here comes the winter. Winter's coming. Sleigh bells ring. The chem is glistening. Don't eat the snow. White or yellow, are you listening? The chem bombs tonight are such a terrible sight, causing a winter geolay. Chem blows away. Sky smells like a new turd. Sulfurize. Burn the eyes, do 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 da da dee 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 da. They sprayed you like bugs across the land of the long white chemtrail. Yep, and the fryer is there. The captain is cooking you again. How you like that way that sounds? But hey, we say thank you to the original owners of the land that they're spraying like bugs and disrespect. And the chem bomb does not do the smoke ceremony, okay? Let's get that straight. And it's as disrespectful to the land as you can get. I'm just going to hold this here a minute. Now, as we get in towards, let me get times down here for you. Thursday at about overnight hours, 2, 3 in the morning. The wind is going to be a big factor to the island and the gusts. And some of this stuff out here in the main, as it's whipping around the center of this low, has very high winds, very, very high winds. So I know it's going to get gusty. Okay, so let's have a peek, because I want everybody to at least be informed. While I tell you can't predict geostorms, let me go ahead and do it again. 100-kilometer-hour gusts coming through here, folks. Well, watch your ass in Arthur's Pass. I'll tell you that. Yeah, this is bad. So don't take the ferry on the overnight hours of Thursday. It should come through fairly quickly, this event. And this is just the gusts. Christchurch. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, fucking hell, fucking hell. Exactly. Birding's flat. Maybe it'll blow some of them antennas down. Who knows? Who knows? He's gonna know. Well, you had a really big heart blast go down the of some kind of a device. I would call it a heart blast. Might be wrong. Might be a ship. Might be microwaves, which is they're different. There's a difference. It came right down the ocean and it shows up in the clouds. Yeah, look. You want to see it? Check this out. Right there. See this big line here? See this? See it? See it? Now look inside of it. What else do you see? See scalar square? I also see this wedge here. I see beam coming out here, 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 here. I would say we have triangulated a point. I say that there's a ship right here that is beaming. And it has a vast effect on your weather, and it had a vast effect on the clouds. That's very, very, very easy to see off the coast here. You can see the paths the beams make. It's easy to see. I'll show you how easy. by showing you. That's all I could think to do. I didn't even check to see if this is running yet. Is it running? Let's find out in a moment. See this right here? This gap, it causes a difference in the flow, so the condensates act different. See that? See this here? All the lines converge, even in the cloud image itself. So if it's doing that, it's not a glitch. Right? It's no glitch in the radar image that you've seen here. And I'll run that in motion for you so you can see it. Bzz. The fryer is on. Weather modification is going on. So that takes up a good bit of bandwidth, so I'll do that out. And so let's continue on with the forecastation part of this, because this is some nasties. You know, this is blustery, wintry, cold, make you use more heat. Okay, so make sure you got your firewood. Make sure you got your toasty things, some good socks to put on. Because as you're getting here towards this third and the fourth, you got a big batch. And this is going to mix a lot of tropical moisture in. So I'm concerned about a major snow event coming around the 4th and the 5th for New Zealand. And so we'll be watching closely for that. Yes, I see this too for you guys. These are the gusts to be affecting Port Lincoln and such coming up towards the new month. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And then I'm going to go through the forecast part right now for a bit. Well, it's almost a pleasure to come over here and see this, you know. Where I say, there's not a bunch of huge nothings coming on. It snows for the mountains here and such. And they're going to soggy your Canberra a bit. But that's coming sooner rather than later. Around the same time they're copping in New Zealand with that event. Seems they like to move two big bands at once. Shows up a lot on satellite as well as they move moisture about. You're on your way to Sydney, Sue. Good deal. If you're in Sydney for the protest, I wouldn't mind ringing you in. You maybe hold the phone up and I can have a chat with them, and I can do two Hyde Park protests in this 24-hour period. That would be my fondest wish to say how happy I am to see everybody come out and even protest this. Proud of everybody. The fact that after 20 years I gotta keep protesting this, why? Ain't you happy about that? Yeah, I get a bit tearful. Well, how could you not see this? I mean, really, look what they've done in my forest today. Look at the Gondwana rainforest. It's a huge area. From Blue Mountain to Blue Knob, there being a bunch of knobs. Look at this crap streaming over the land here. If they put the town names on, would you care more? This is Sydney over here, okay? So this shows you like Dubbo and all this coming across. And this is a terrible poisoning. Terrible, terrible contamination going on here. It's really, really sad about that. It's been 18 plus years since I was in Byron Bay. No, it was 8 years from Byron Bay. It's been 18 years I've been fighting this hard. And that real hard. And I'm not going to give up, folks. I just know I don't feel like even eating anymore. When you're in hell, should you eat the devil's food? Should you drink the devil's juice? Well, we have the keys to get out of hell, but it is called your mind. Look at this here. If this isn't an obvious sign of geoengineering here, is this what, Lightning Ridge? Look, the scalar square. What are they just making an SS? Here's Kiss playing. Kiss my ass. I mean, really, big scalar squares in the sky, Kanban, spray, scalar square here, scalar square there. You think they ain't controlling the flow? You think they ain't irritating your bodies with EMF? You don't think that it's not dissing your ease, this stuff? You're fooling yourself. You're not thinking at all. And I'm going to go over to you guys and let this roll too. You had to buy my own freaking data SIM card just to do this stuff. But they ain't thwarting me no more. With simple things. Really, there's not a huge amount of nothing. Perth got a bit of action coming over the next few days. But New Zealand was the only one I was having big concerns for. You guys need some rain over there in the west. You just don't need these flash floods, right? But when they have the ability to carpet bomb an area, well, they got you watching Iran bombs going in there. They carpet bombed your entire country. You have been chemically attacked by a nation of corporations that have a vested interest in getting your money for treating bad health, getting money off of your taxes, and saying they want to spray the sky to block the sun. But yet, that also causes bad health. It causes crops to fail so that another corporation can say, I've got something that's resistant to aluminium. Aluminium should never exist in a free state in our environment, ever. It is a processed ore made from alumina. And if you pick up aluminum, that is man-made. That don't come from your smokestack. That damn sure ain't coming out of cow's ass. Cows don't put enough methane out of their farts. It's just a happy sound they make. Happy sound. Every noise like that don't have methane in it. Otherwise, we'd all be lighting that noise, walking around playing G's in it. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Yeah, we know what we can do. We can stop this stuff. You can show up down there in Sydney on the 21st and voice, 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 voice. You have tasks to do. We all have tasks that we've been tasked with. Quit accepting new tasks from them when you have tasks. Like, I talked to a lad today out in a park, or yesterday, within the last 24 hours, and he said he did the school strikes, and I told him what I did, and I said, yeah, I'm loving your spirit of what you're doing, but I said, but some of the stuff you're being misaimed. He said, how so? I said, well, remember when you popped the tires to protest big oil? I said, well, what do you think they make those tires out of? Oil. I said, you've been misguided, but I said, I'm loving the spirit, loving the spirit. And the school strikes led you towards passing the Paris Agreement, which I go over lots of times and show you how it litigated the poisoning of my world, how it litigated man-made weather, how it litigated you not having a voice in it. And no more, you the system's hard. That's as far over as I'm going to take you, Australia. Because, man, I got some chem-babs to show you guys. Your terrible totals ain't so terrible over here. Right? Like I said, and in the first half, you got a bit of action coming for Canberra, starting here for the weekend, here about 22nd, I think it was. This is all right now in UTC. They're getting you for the weekend. They're coming in late Saturday and in through Sunday, so your drives home is going to be a bit treacherous, but you can pick any route. It'll be clean and green going up to Bruce. Clean and green going up to Bruce. Eastbound and down, headed north, you fuckers. Yeah, come on, some of you people get down there, man. Voice yourself. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to emulate things, sometimes. But make sure you get yourselves covered, because they're going to use these Iran events to curb protesting right now. If they curb just the Palestinian protests, it makes them look bad, so that everything could get curbed. So I have no idea what we're going to be allowed to do in Hyde Park, London, but I'm going to do it. I can speak in an unorganized way even, but we're going to go down there and raise some awareness. I'm going to raise some hell. Do you have to raise hell when you're already in it? I'm just going through some of the totals. Some people was concerned about that. I wasn't. I was more concerned about this. And really, this is just bad. If I'd zoom back, look at how much chem you've got from coast to coast. Chemtrails coast to coast. And now for a long distance request. Bill Gates is requesting some new farmland. And so here this chemtrail goes out to Bill and is wanting to be a dill to the land. Look at how many square miles of chemtrails there are here, folks. The wind ain't blowing in that many different directions to be causationing that. Causation. Corporations won't allow no causation. Corporations are the causation. corporation causation of the Chemtamination of a Nation is going on right now. And the people affected by this most have taken some pictures for me today and posted them for all of us. So, well, now I'm going to go through your pictures. So if I was sitting on a porch with you, and as is traditional, whoever is the first one always gets shown. And if you're not allowed to show, oh, well, don't load my messenger in advance. Please respect that limit. So I like to do this a little bit differently. I like to do super zooms. Actually, now I'm gonna go with Mr. Squiggles. We'll go with Mr. Squiggles. Oh, I see lots of EMF in your skies. Bzzz, getting fried, getting fried. Leanne Keys got fried. This is South Coast, New South Wales. And you can see the beeswax where they separate, or like that, right? Where you got two layers. This could be going under that one or this one. This right here is one cloud mass. This is another. Okay, so you got two decks of squares. Those are those scalar squares. Look at the steps saying here. Can it get any more obvious that that's not a round cirrus cloud? You know, Jim Lee did a great video called Cirrus Clouds Matter. I suggest you watch it. But the cirrus clouds are being nucleated by a electromagnetic frequency to fall out of super high level stuff way up in the atmosphere, and anything that goes by with a jet engine on it will condensate that without a nozzle spraying it. These are some of the shots I showed you guys. I showed you another shot of Leanne's from earlier. Here's a video. Oh, I hope they spoke. Let's find out, shall we? Hey, play. Play. The video has no sound. And it's sideways. Okay. I can't do much with that. Just can't do much with it, but thank you very much for the shot there. Oh my, would you look at the gilt here? This is Mudgy, and that's one of the places I was showing you over here. Right, if I go on the asshole worldview, we show you Mudgy. Smudgy's over to Mudgy. This is Mudgy right here. So, as above, we often see from below. And so here we're going to get a shot of Mudgy. The Mudjations. X marks the spot. Well, that's all right. Donald Trump said the chemtrails. Somebody years ago was telling you that was healthy stuff they were spreading. Get the fuck out of here with those lies. This is as far from healthy as you could get. We get some replies. It was disgusting. Yeah, it is. Yes, agreed. Here's young New South Wales getting apes. Oh my God! Look at the halo around his sun. My goodness! Would you look at the guilt? Yes, the criss-crush because you're being humped. That system is getting you. Your gardens are. How many directions of the wind you got here? And in the naked light we saw thousands of chemtrails, maybe more. Do you have a square sensor in your camera? Because I'm picking up scalar squares inside scalar squares here. There's an incredible geoengineering amount going on here. That causes a circulation. If it's heated up, that'll spin that direction. But because it ain't got some more I say that spins and then moves that one to spin, then moves that one, and this whole mass moves that direction. That's what physics says. That's just physics. You got a lot of chem there. Wow. Look how much sun they sent back out into space. Look how much sunshine did not get to reach trees to properly photosynthesize. I don't know what you filmed there, but I'm going to pass on that. I asked for pictures of your skies. I'm capable of doing it. Again, do I need to say much more about this over the damn pole? A gas station getting the pole smoking over the top of them. You were sprayed like bugs, and this fallout's going to lead to some terrible fires. Terrible fires. Look at JoJo made this one here of the douche. Yeah. Do, spraying out her back door. This is Port Stevens. Boo plumes. Big streamers of death over there. What in the hell is that? If this was your underwear, you'd change it. If this was coming out of a car, they would give you a ticket or tell you to park it. But yet the pollution like this is allowed to go on and on and on and on and on. And the Bent the Dingo. I love that name, by the way. Oh my, would you look at the guilt. Again, how many directions of the wind do we get here? I'm going to bring up Mr. Squiggles. You're going to get squiggled. Okay, Faye. Just tell your people this. How many directions of the wind we got going? I'm not using a red one on purpose. I don't want to instill fear. I want knowledge in your heads. Look at these squares and the squares in here. Look at this deployment here. Something came along and popped out in squares like this. I'll take those F's so now you can notice it. See it? See it through here? Okay, now that's some do out the back door. Big rectangular Hitlerian mustache cloud. Yes, the Hitlerian mustache. Und then we have the final solution to strengthen the strain. Chem them. Their minds are weaker. We fluorided their oven. Fried like fucking bugs. Look at this here. All right, do we have sound, please? This is your chance to speak, you know. Wow, look at that crap. Fucking now, Bubba, look at that shit. Skyria, all over you all. Boom, 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 boom. South Coast is a Chemtamination. This is the Chemtamination of a nation. I'm almost to the point of tears showing these chemtrails. How could we do this to our mother and then yet ask people to have ceremonies to thank the land? Well, you want to thank the land? Say no to the Paris Agreement. You want to thank the land? Don't spray the seas with crap. You want to thank the land? I think you're out of your mind. From America, the chemtrails today were terrible. Big clouds of crap of St. Cloud. Everywhere on this planet is being sprayed. There is no clear blue sky left. There's nowhere. We don't see this and the fallout of this. Nowhere is safe. Not one country, not Ecuador. None of them. All of them sprayed. Every fucking one of them. From the equator to the poles, we're getting it. And we must tell the corporation that's an abomination to stop chem-bombing the nations. Or we ourselves are guilty of doing this as a whole. No more, we the system's whore. No more, we the system's whore. We have tasks. Go do your tasks.